We're an insurance and financial services company in South Springfield, and 20 years is our anniversary next year. The company has evolved into what it is today, which was a vision of having a one-stop shop.
You hire the best of the best.
Yes, we do. Everybody here to me is family.
Our guiding principles are:
be kind,
speak honestly,
make it simple,
act fairly,
put people over profits. Simple solutions.
Good morning, everybody out there at Wildcat Nation. Thanks for joining us again in the Resource Center studio for Dollars and Cents. I'm here with financial expert Bruce Porter, and we're going to talk about finances and stuff.
Financial expert.
Financial expert, Bruce
Puts
Porter.
a lot of pressure on me at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning.
Good thing it's 9, so
Yeah.
you can handle it.
Oh, it is 9. See what I mean? Hey, how was your weekend?
My weekend was really good. You know, we had a trap shoot up at Lynn Creek. Wildcats, man, they are the team to beat. And nobody could do it this weekend. The high school varsity squad took
National champs last year.
They were national champs last year. A lot of those guys have graduated. Some of them are still on the team. But your varsity team is Lucas Gregory, Chase Perry, Jack Worsham. This weekend it was Easton McKnight and Noah Truesdale.
Wow.
But they took top honors. They were the high overall squad of all the squads that were there. Public schools, private schools, FFA clubs, private clubs, cherry-picked clubs from any school, private clubs. Your Rogersville Wildcats top overall honors with 481 out of 500. So of shooting 500 birds, they only missed 19 as a team.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's crazy good. Jack, my son Jack, he shot his best overall personal best, 97. And so that's good. He took third place as in the sophomore division. Let's see, Lucas Gregory, I think, took second in the senior division. The high school squad was the top high school squad. The junior high squad, so we got a future. The junior highs squad, they took third in the state. So we got some up-and-coming shooters here, too. And then Sunday afternoon was the FFA auction over at Bass and Ballard Feed. A lot of good stuff over there. Jack came home. He's an officer, and he said they raised over $9,000 for the Rogersville FFA at that club. And K-ROG, we donated a sponsorship to the Morning Waffle. I understand it sold for over $200. So
Good.
That was our contribution to that. So yeah, it was a big weekend in Rogersville. What about you?
There's a lot going on in Rogersville.
There is. It's a happening town.
Well, hey, we got First Friday coming up. I think first Friday in May would be May 7th.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
And we can check on that. But I tell you, everybody ought to come out. It's sponsored by Storytime Coffee out here at Jamestown Plaza, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, and I
understand.
I think there's going to be perhaps I don't want to misspeak, but a taco competition. So like a chili cook-off, but with tacos. Yeah, I'm debating whether or not I want to enter or not.
Yeah,
I have a plan
for a taco.
For a taco.
Do you have an idea?
I have an idea for a taco that I think could get me a win. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Maybe you should try it out on me, and then I can let you know if it's any good.
Maybe I should do that. Yeah. So what's going on in the world of finance?
Hey, you know what? Bruce? I mean, everybody right now, I heard a really good sermon yesterday on the, I never really thought about the mustard seed.
Well, you spent your weekend at, you were working I can't remember what it's called, men's conference.
Stronger Men's
Conference, James River. So you heard a lot of good stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, there were some really good speakers. I encourage everybody to check these local events out. Stronger Men's Conference is good. And then
Man Camp coming up this fall.
Man Camp coming up.
October 1st. October 1st will be the Friday night. So you come Friday, we'll eat. We'll listen to Jace Robertson, star of Duck Dynasty.
Now, where's that going to be
It's going to be at Fellowship Farm, which is across the road from Fellowship Bible Church, 205, right here in Rogersville. So camp out overnight. We'll have food and more speakers and activities. And places to learn man's stuff, budgeting, hunting, car repair, Bible study, all things that men need. That's what Man Camp's about. So we're going to do that in the fall.
You know what? Local men, really you don't have an excuse. There's lots of good men's events to go to get some help, get some ideas on how do I run my family? How do I answer these questions that pop up in my head about money? How do I make these decisions about life? And I tell you what, there's lots of local resources available if you just keep your ear to the ground.
Yeah, lots of great ones. I got
Watch.
invited to a new group on Facebook that I think has that aim as well. I went ahead and accepted the invite. I need to look into it and see what's going on. But I think there's a lot of good stuff coming out, and we need to focus on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Turning back to that money.
Well,
That's why you're here, right?
I get, this time of year, everybody's thinking about taxes. And we got the tax postponement here for a 30-day reprieve. So we got till May 15th or so to get our taxes done. But everybody this time of year is talking about taxes. And I tell you, I'm amazed sometimes at how much money people have saved. And then sometimes people are a little short.
Right.
But I am convinced that if you put your mind to it, if you write it down, if you review it on a regular basis, and if you pick away at a savings number or a budget number, I'm convinced that you can achieve that goal or that objective that you're trying to do.
Well, and writing it down is probably the key.
Well, you write it down, you look at it, you live it, you make it part of your life, whether it's a savings number that you're trying to achieve or a debt number you're trying to reduce. You make it part of your life until it goes away. So, that my encouragement to people is get good advice on thoughts on how do you attack this, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
I mean, that's,
One bite at a time.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But you get good advice and you ask professionals, you ask people, how do I go about doing this or saving this money or reducing this debt or paying this car off or getting rid of that credit card, things like that. And once you get that done and you see that you are able to do it, you're able to achieve that financial goal. Now you turn right around, you set yourself another goal and you do it again. And it becomes part of your life. It's achieving these financial objectives. Whether it's reducing debt or saving a bucket of money, you reward yourself after you achieve the objective.
Well, and I'm wondering, Bruce, because it seems to me, just a thought that came to my head, is sometimes the people that when we struggle with financial goals, it seems like maybe we're trying to hit too many targets at the same time. We're trying to save, we're trying to invest, we're trying to pay off debt, we're trying to buy a house, we're trying to buy a car, and we've got 7 different financial goals, and we're trying to hit them all at the same time.
Right.
And I think that's just possibly a recipe for failure. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. People live without a budget all the time.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for failure. I mean, you have to know where your money's going. You know how many times people come in and visit with me and I say, okay, tell me about your regular monthly bills. Tell me about what's going on in life. Mm-hmm. And, well, I don't know where to start. All right. How much do you typically save? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm amazed by that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're struggling and you're challenged by either bills or debt or good grief, pick up the phone and call our office.
Sure.
You and I can sit down and visit with people. We're not even going to charge them to visit, just to help them because we're part of the community.
Right.
Right?
That number's 882-1800.
Yeah, 882-1800. Come and ask, and we will give you some direction.
Yeah.
We love doing that type of financial and counseling and things like that.
Bring a notebook.
Yeah, bring a notebook, and
Or we'll give you a notebook.
Well, it's like folks that come to our workshop.
Right.
How many people leave going, man, what a waste of time. Wish we'd never come to this.
I don't think we hear that very often.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
No, I don't think we have either.
Most of the time, people go, man, Will, I wished I'd have met you 10 years ago. And that's what we hear quite a bit. So, if other people are hearing that after you really get to know us, and we've done TV and radio for how long now?
Well, I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Various different kinds.
You got to look for it, though.
I have a face made for radio, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, you actually do. Yeah, and I'm sitting on a booster seat.
Covering it up here a little bit.
Yeah,
So.
you're like 7 inches taller or something. I don't know. But anyway,
Not quite.
people just need to know that that we're here to help, and we're here to give good advice, and we're here to give you some direction. You know, if you need a good retirement type plan objective, if you need a place to roll your 401k, or if you need to look at choices and options on this, that, or the other, that's what we're here for.
Are we doing a presentation tomorrow night?
Yeah,
I think we are.
we have 2 workshops, I believe, this week, and I think they're both full.
Okay. So call and get into the next one.
And if we
882-1800.
have a cancellation, you'd be able to get in, but
Right.
you'll have to call the office, 882-1800, and you can find out if we've got any available spots. We do have overflow occasionally that if we have a larger demand, we will add a third night. I don't know if we have this month, but I know next month's coming up fairly quick. Couple of weeks away, we're going to be into May. Can you believe it?
I can't.
Almost halfway through.
We still got to get through
2021.
tomorrow's snowstorm, though.
Yeah, I've got the tractor all ready to go, got the big bucket on it. And,
Ready to plow.
Yeah, let's hope we're wrong.
I think so.
I have seen it snow in May, though.
I have too. Sometimes a lot. We had a big snow in May a few years ago, as I recall.
So, Rogersville, stay tuned. We got a lot of good things coming up with K-ROG. You know what? Should we let out the bag the water well deal?
I don't think so. Not quite.
Okay.
But we might be able to work on that today. But soon we're going to work on that. Yep, that's a big deal.
There's a secret.
There's a couple of secrets coming.
Yeah.
We can't tell
So
you
you're
about
going to
them.
want to stay tuned. You're going to want to tell your friends and neighbors in Rogersville, stay tuned, because this is where it's happening.
Like,
right here on
subscribe,
K-ROG.
and share on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you next week. Thanks for
right.
watching.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.